Hello, I'm Alex McLaughlin. I'm studying for a National Diploma in Media Production at Central Sussex College. I'm also working for the Students' Network, sponsored by Sussex Learning Network. We're currently at Bexhill College Television Studios, looking at vocational courses and qualifications.
Hi, I'm Lorraine. I'm Student Support and Guidance Tutor and Student Welfare Officer at University Centre Hastings for the University of Brighton.
Hi, I'm Corinne and I am a teaching assistant at Bexhill College.
Hi, I'm Claire and I'm studying for a foundation degree in multimedia at the University of Brighton.
What's your opinion about vocational courses compared with academic courses?
I think it really depends on the person. I think there are students who prefer to go down the vocational route and there are those who prefer to go down the academic route. And I basically think we need both. We need both courses on offer, and it has to be student-centred. It has to be what the person who's going to study those courses needs and wants.
And a lot of people that are planning to go to university get really worried about the cost of the housing and the education itself at the uni.
The advice I would give is to really check out that everything that you're entitled to, you are getting. Go to a welfare advisor or anybody else, Students' Union or the welfare service, and ask them what you're entitled to. Because there are a lot of grants out there for children, for young people from low-income families in terms of the widening participation laws. And all universities have to offer bursaries, and so the minimum bursary is 300, but most universities are offering £1,000. So the grants and the bursaries do not have to be paid back.
Why did you decide not to go to university?
Because of the costs mainly. Also, I wanted to sort of take a year out, which is what sort of working at Bexhill College was all about. But it could be something that I could do in the future.
Back to vocational courses. What about the range of them? What's that like?
I think more and more universities are increasing their range of vocational courses now in terms of foundation degrees. And I know that at Brighton and a lot of the new universities have got really diverse courses.
And are you really enjoying your course at the moment? And do you think it's been beneficial to the job you want to do for a living?
Yeah, I love it. It's helped me narrow down my interests and find a sort of career path that I'd like to follow. And it's really helping me discover what I need to do in order to get a job when I graduate.
Corinne, are you enjoying your job at the moment?
Very much so. It's a great job.
And have you always wanted to be a teacher, or did it just cross your mind at the end of
Well,
college?
I've never really sort of wanted it with a passion. I mean, everyone, like when they're little, goes through the I want to be a teacher stage, but yeah, sort of that kind of died out. But I really did this as a gap year, to see whether I wanted to go to uni or whatever. But I didn't realise how much fun it would actually be. So that's why I'm sort of doing it again next year, and who knows where it will lead. I think that university is like a brilliant thing because I mean you get your qualifications, and sort of if you're on a vocational course you get your experience and everything. But I mean, I don't think it's for everyone. Different people for different things. Not everyone wants to go to uni.
I actually don't believe that everybody needs to go to university. I do think that with the advent of foundation degrees, it is a better system now, so that even the vocational courses can have some academic underpinning, as I said before. But I really do think there are skills out there such as plumbing, electrician, or what actually Corinne is doing that you don't really need to go to university, providing we have a good apprentice scheme out there. And I know that Corinne will be able to do a Cert Ed later if she so wishes. But for all the other vocational courses, I think we do need to have a good setup in this country in terms of apprenticeship.
And I know that to get into university, one of the qualifications you need is, for example, if you haven't got a C in maths, you have to get a key skill in maths, such as a key skills level 2.
Got your GCSE, that's fine, but I also think that if you haven't, don't worry about it, go and get your key skills. A lot of universities are now running basic courses for students in maths and in English, actually.
At college, did you find that your teachers were a lot more supportive than they are in university when it comes to what you want to do? Because some people, obviously, they do know exactly what they want to do in the future, and they tell their teachers in some cases. And did you have the same situation with your teachers? Did you tell them that you knew what you wanted to do if you did? And were they a lot better than university for it?
No, I found it completely the opposite. My tutors at university are brilliant. They're much, much better than the tutors I had when I was still in college. I had a really good tutor when I did Art Foundation, and I spoke to her about what I wanted to do, and she helped me prepare my portfolio for university. But generally speaking, I'd say university tutors are much more supportive.
And my last question to you three is, what advice would you give to other students about vocational courses and courses in general?
Just go with what you want to do, whatever interests you. So if you want to do a vocational course, you want to learn how to, what's going to happen in the workplace, then do a vocational course. But if you're interested in academic, then just do what you want, really. Don't let anyone else sort of tell you what to do. Do your own thing.
Advice?
I agree, but I would also say talk to the tutors before you go on the course. Ask them what the course is about face to face. Go and have a look at the course. Go and talk to some of the students. See the course in action, and then make your decision. Even if it's an academic course, go and sit in on some of those lectures and things.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your advice, and thank you for the talk.
Pleasure.
Which courses are vocational? Well, vocational qualifications are relevant to a variety of jobs. If your course is training for work, it's vocational. There's quite a long list including BTEC, City and Guild vocational foundation degrees, key skills, modern apprenticeships and NVQs. What course are you studying and what qualification will you get at the end of it?
I'm studying a national diploma in music technology, so I'll get a national diploma and a national award and a key skills level 2 certificate.
And are you enjoying your course at the moment?
Yeah, I am. It's really great, actually.
What sort of thing are you doing in your course?
It's all about the production side of music and setting up live gigs and events.
What course are you studying, Susie?
I'm doing an NVQ2 in administration.
What do you make of your course?
I haven't been doing it overly long, but what I've done so far I've really enjoyed.
Were you always wanted to do this sort of thing?
Well, I wasn't 100% sure on what I wanted to do, and this job came up and I thought that it's a perfect way to kind of get into doing something like this that could lead to a proper, full job at the end of it.
Lorraine, I know that there's a lot of courses in which doesn't really involve much maths as such, and still you need to have like a key skills in level 2 or a C in maths for it. Why is that when it doesn't involve much of this certain subject?
I think the aim of key skills is not necessarily linked to courses. I think it's linked more to the wider life. So later what government says is that, and I'm not, but what government says is that, well, people will need to get mortgages, they will need to budget their bank accounts and things. So I think it's aimed at giving people wider than just their course, a wider understanding of maths in everyday life as opposed to just within a course.
And the course that you're doing, does it reach your expectations?
Very different from what I expected. I mean, it's a very, very laid-back course. We don't really get taught much as such. We don't get a lot of time with the tutors, but it's still enjoyable. I think from an academic point of view, it's a lot worse. From personal enjoyment, I think it's great because obviously the amount of free time we get and we can do whatever we want, basically.
And how much free time do you get on average?
I mean, we're supposed to be in 2.5 days a week. A lot of the time our lessons are cancelled or tutors don't turn up, or there's nothing for us to do, so we are just sort of spending a lot of time, well, doing nothing.
And Susie, my final question to you is, how do you manage to cope with doing your work and your course at the same time?
I'm finding that my general day that I'm set out to do, I'm doing all the office work and admin stuff that I'm set to do, and I generally do my studying either after hours, printing things off, taking it home and doing the rest of it at home on the computer quite a lot of the time to be able to finish it.
And Kai, what's your ideal job for the future?
Ideally, I want to be a singer in a band, which is what I'm currently looking at doing, but I think the production side of it does interest me as well, so that's something I'd hope to go for. And
as for you, what's in your future then?
Me?
Yeah, the future.
I'm currently researching widening participation and in regeneration for an MA, and it may go on to a doctorate, I don't know yet.
And thank you for letting me ask you the questions, and thank you for being my panel today.